Hello, hello, hello. It's Faranine here, and I am bringing you a very intriguing collection of mods. Please pardon the button I hit a second ago, but as you can see around, I've set up a little course to show off some mods which I consider to be the most convenient and useful mods, pretty much of them all. So, these mods include, but are not limited to, the voxel minimap, the damage indicators mod, the xray mod, the Arrowcam mod, the redstone paste mod, and the test dummies mod. I think I got them all. So the first thing we're going to do is go over the test dummies mod, and as you can see, we've got a few of them over there. This is the single item that it adds, was the one in that frame there. And this is the crafting recipe. And if we take it, it's simply placed by right clicking, and it can be picked back up by shift and left clicking if it cooperates. It's not cooperating. Oh, there we go. And apparently you can't have another test dummy in your hand when you do so. Okay, so we've got two test dummies set up over here, and if I go ahead and just punch them real quick, you'll see that it does 0.5 to the unarmored, 0.1 to the armored, so armor can be applied to these. And you activate the armor, or put it on, by shift clicking with the armor in your hand, shift right clicking. Let me switch game modes real quick. There we go. And gather up the items. And switch back. Alright. So, as you can see, the test dummy has 20 health and takes a various amount of damage that I can't quite figure out how it's judged, but only does 0.8 with a diamond sword to the fully armored dummy, and does 4 to the normal one. If I can, the critical hit gets 6 or 1.2. The bow on the unarmored dummy does 4.5, 3.5, okay. If I remember correctly, it ranges between 3 and 5 points of damage on that one, and let's see, it's 1.1, 0.6, 0.7, 0.5. So it seems to be various on the armored one. Now, wait, what? Hit the center? How the heck am I supposed to hit the center of that thing from here? I can't even see the arrow that far. Wait, what if I shift and... Oh. That's the Arrowcam mod, guys. It's quite useful for getting a little bit more accurate when you're as lousy of a shot as I am. Hey, that one was pretty close. But it is exceptionally useful for sniping enemies that you just want to keep out of your base, or who knows, perhaps you just like to shoot stuff in the air and try and see what happens. Whoa! Check out the view. Alright, but those are the test dummy and Arrowcam mods. Next up, if you just give me a second to hop down here, what do we have? Use the items in the chest to light the lamps. Wait. Slime ball, redstone dust, and a crafting table? Okay. Last I checked, redstone dust only went flat. So, let's check this out. This is the redstone paste mod, and the crafting recipe is simply the slime ball and the redstone dust. It doesn't appear to matter where you put them, and it'll give you 4 redstone paste. I am of course on creative mode, so I don't need all 4 of them, but here's what the redstone paste does, is you can apply it to these little like corners of the blocks, and it'll put down one piece of paste accordingly. If you shift, it'll put it down on the two across from each other if you're looking at one of those, or it'll put them in all directions if you're looking at the middle. And of course it becomes quite useful because now, instead of having to build these endless staircases all over the place, we can simply build straight up a wall like what I've done here, and the end result is it can activate straight up walls. This mod does add 2 other items that I do not know the crafting recipes for and have not experimented with yet. It's a sticky repeater, which I assume does the same thing as a normal repeater but on the wall, and the sticky comparator. Alright, well, now that we've gotten that out of the way, and it's night time, I think it would be perfect time to show you the liteloader mod. So if you'll just let me grab one of these torches here. It's quite simple. When you have the liteloader on, it doesn't matter how dark of a space you're in. However, when you scroll over an object that gives off some form of light, it'll light up the immediate area around you. This can be quite useful. The other mod that I have on here is known as the xray mod. Sometimes people call it the xray/fly mod. I don't have the fly active at the moment, but here's what it does. When you hit the L key? No, the L key I have set for the dynamic lights, but one of the keys, when it's set with just the xray mod, will brighten everything up, and I suppose I'll do that at the end. But the other 2 things that it does, more importantly, is it lets you see all the ores underneath you and all the caves. And if you will just give me a quick moment, I'm going to fix my controls here so that I can show you that, because it seems to have doubled up on a lot of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to reset the full screen map to M, the menu to N, and this to the comma. That's part of the voxel map. It allows you to set waypoints that you can teleport to. But now, if we show you, we can have the full bright, is what I was talking about before, lighting it up. You can see the ores, and it's quite impressive when you get down into the lower layers, just how many diamonds and emeralds there are. As a matter of fact, why don't I dig down real quick and show you some of it, especially since we've got a nice little, what do you call that, mob room down here, the zombie spawner. And if you notice on my voxel map in the corner, this little dude here actually shows up. And fire protection, name tag, golden apple. Interesting. But as you can see, there are quite a lot of diamonds down there, and in some of the more hilly terrains, they're only usually in 1 block, but there are emeralds everywhere. Let me just turn the full bright back on for a moment and fly back up. And I will show you something that I consider even more useful than the ore spotter. And that would be the tunnel spotter. The ore spotter is used by hitting the X key, and it blocks out almost all other blocks. It still shows you man-made blocks, but yeah, that's good. But the C shows you caves. And when you're looking around trying to find places to survive or figure out where your enemies might be, this is exceptionally useful. So yeah, that's the xray mod. Some of these mods, the xray mod, the voxel map, can be used on servers. I'm going to request that you don't, because you'll get kicked for cheating. That's all. Bye.